Closed captioning of this program provided in part by Lund Boats, the ultimate fishing experience. Adventures North is brought to you in part by Lund Boats, the ultimate fishing experience, Mercury Marine, go boldly, and Nunavik Tourism, Quebec's far north.
There we go, ready to go. I love this place. And it's only 51 minutes right from my doorstep to where we park the vehicle and drive out on the ice. One of the top walleye fisheries in the world, in the winter especially. It's amazing. These big females are starting to move in. Should be fun, triggering those big special fish to bite. You can't be fishing out here on Lake Winnipeg without one of these. And it's been such a brutal cold winter, you got to have extensions on there. Right now I got about 20 inches and I'm barely getting through. We're out here with Adventures North on our last weekend of ice fishing. I'm out with my good friend Bob Williams, Logan Zimmerman, and another buddy of mine might join us in about an hour, Al Melnyk. So we're going to have some fun on the last weekend of walleye ice fishing in Manitoba. That was fast. On a crankbait. Number one. That took what, 4 seconds? Good spot. Yeah, we're on the spot. Look at that beautiful fish. Look at that, what a beauty. Oh, I got one on this one. Nice little eater. That's the size you want to keep to eat. This is about a 16, 17 inch fish. And it's thin, you know it's a male, and in March, that's what you want to keep to eat, this size. Let the big females go, let them spawn, and let them keep this system going forever for all our kids to enjoy, and we'll never have a problem. Nothing wrong with harvesting, just harvest the right ones. We got into some fish right away. Nothing big, maybe 4 or 5 pounds. I think Logan caught about a 4 or 5 pounder, Bob caught a 4 pounder, and we got a 3 or 4 more eating size. And we saw some fish, so what we're doing, we're mini moves, not big moves, just small little moves. Oh, here comes our friend Al, showing up to join us today. We're gonna bear down and see if we can get a few of these big Lake Winnipeg monsters. Oh, look at that. I'll let you grab them, Al. Give me your rod. That's a big fish. Al lives in Lac du Bonnet, Manitoba. He fishes with us all the time out here. And he catches big fish like this all the time. Look at that beautiful fish. I'm glad you joined us today, Al. That is a tank. Look at that thing. What a beauty. Still cold out, so we got to get him back in before the ice freeze. What a Lake Winnipeg specimen. I just talked earlier about selective harvest. I just caught a fish about 17 inches. That's the ones you want to take to eat. These ones here, it's imperative. You got to let them go, and they spawn, and it keeps that gene pool going. This place will never hurt if you let fish like that go. Nice fish out.
Adventures North, we'll be right back.
Closed captioning of this program provided in part by Mercury Marine. Go boldly. You're watching Adventures North.
I got him on the spoon. Look at the green color on those.
That's a real green one.
You know what? We're on them.
Yeah, this is made a little move and it seemed to work.
It pays off. You know, when the fishing dies a little, there's nothing wrong with moving over a little. And these schools of fish, you could be in the middle of them, on the edge of them, or right out of them. So moving is a big key on Lake Winnipeg.
Isn't that color amazing though?
There's no other place I've seen walleyes that color. Fat little female. Beauty! Love it. That's a pretty big bait for walleyes to hit. But they like it. They're starting to bite. Nice little eater. We're going to keep a few of these. Well, I'll tell you, when it comes to innovation, I'm not the king, but I used to build spinner baits, and what I did here, I just took two blades, connected them with split rings. It looks like a fat little Cisco or something. And I just put it down there about a minute ago, and that's what I got. So never give up, I guess. Keep trying, changing and inventing stuff, and you'll catch more fish. There we go. Oh, beauty.
A little too big to eat.
Yeah, got a little gut too.
Inhaled that bait.
Not as big as Logan's nails, though. You're gonna have to pick up the pace.
I'm working my way up.
I know you are. You got a long way to go. Don't make the run so far. What do you think, Bob? Let's see what you got here. Oh, that might be a better one. I can't see it yet. Here he comes, here he comes. That's a big key. Don't reel when you get him to the bottom of the hole. Just keep pressure on him and he'll work his head right into the hole. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, that's a nice one. On a spoon. That's a nice fish, Bob. Lake Winnipeg. You know what? There's no place like this where you can catch fish of all sizes and have a chance of a lifetime fish every day you fish here. It's crazy. This is just a beautiful specimen of Lake Winnipeg. And the big key to keep the place going is releasing these fish. You have to let these spawn and produce the other ones.
Let's get them back in there.
You betcha. Look at that.
That's a nice fish.
Beauty. Nice job, Al. I'll hold your rod. Oh, there he is. Nice fish. Not quite as big as mine. So what do you think of this Lake Winnipeg?
Oh, it's pretty amazing.
That's a beauty. Look at the fin up there.
Another nice one.
Look at the size of their fins. Like, they're powerful. You gotta remember one thing, in Lake Winnipeg, the predatory fish is a walleye. These are the king of the hill here. Let's put that one back and
Focus on the bigger ones.
Right on.
Nice one, though.
Big one here, Bob. There's one on the left. Two of them. Here he comes. Come on.
Actually, I'll get this one too. And I don't want to get greedy. One in the hand is always better than two in the bush. This is a pretty big fish.
Oh yeah, here we go. Lake Winnipeg monster. Look at that thing. That is a big, fat Lake Winnipeg walleye. Look at that.
It's a nice fish.
The biggest key to catching fish like this is you got to let them go to make more. And that's what we're going to do right now. Look at that beautiful fish. That is a monster. A monster. There she goes.
Nice fish.
Thank you,
Sure. I just missed two big ones. I got the third one, so that's a good turnaround.
Oh yeah. Oh my,
That is
look
a
at
big-
this.
Holy
Holy
that's probably my biggest walleye right there. That's
Awesome,
what happens
Logan.
when these guys take you fishing.
Holy, look at this thing.
Wow.
This is a
Holy.
giant. Oh, I better let
Wow.
the owner of this fish hold it. This is a
Holy.
giant.
What a beauty.
Look at that thing. We were talking about a fish of a lifetime.
Yeah.
That's probably your biggest walleye.
That's pretty close, pretty close.
That's a 10 pounder.
Definitely a nice one.
Look at that thing.
That's a beautiful fish. That's why you come to Lake Winnipeg right there. His eyes are starting to freeze up
Yeah.
a little bit, so we're going to get back.
Yeah, we're not going to hold them out long because today it's still cool. It's the end of March. I can't believe how cold it is. Awesome fish, Logan.
Thank you.
Adventures North will be right back. Closed captioning of this program provided in part by Nunavik Tourism, Quebec's far north. You're watching Adventures North.
Oh, nice fish. Look at that.
That's my own little homemade lure. It's pretty cool. I'll explain it more in a few later Adventures North episodes. This is pretty cool. It's just in the test stage, so I got to hide it now. And look at that fish it just caught. They really like it. They're really coming to look at it. Look at that. You ever seen green walleyes like that? Like, you don't get to see those everywhere. Look at that. Beautiful. There's no more fun place to be than Lake Winnipeg, end of March, catching walleyes like that. And those are teasers because there's probably a world record swimming around us right now somewhere. This lake can produce a world record, I guarantee you. The biggest one I've ever caught here, it was in open water, 16 pounds, 4 ounces. That's getting up there. That's a real big fish. I caught one this winter that was 33 inches. I don't even know how big it was. It was so fat and so big, and it was so cold, we just admired it for 2 seconds and let it go.
We've already caught a couple of big fish. You caught a real beauty, probably the biggest fish you ever caught. I think Logan caught it on one of these jigs and minnows here. Logan's going to show you a few of his favorite baits, and I'll show you a few of my favorite baits that we like to use out here on Lake Winnipeg. And I'll give you a little tip. I'm looking in his box, and he's got a lot of rattling crankbaits.
Oh yeah, Lake Winnipeg's quite a different body of water. On most lakes, the walleyes wouldn't be as aggressive as they are here, but here you can use baits that are noisy and loud and shiny, and these are all a bunch of different crankbaits. One thing you got to pay attention to is the size of the face of the beak. The bigger the beak, the slower you can go up and down, it'll actually rattle. If it's got a thin beak, you got to rip it faster. So it depends on the speed the walleyes are moving.
That's a great tip because you have to know what you're fishing with, and you got to use it right.
This is a matrix spoon. It's a great spoon. It's a real flashy spoon, and it falls kind of slow and it flutters good. There's times that you can just flutter this and they'll smash it when they're really biting. But when they're finicky, I like to put a piece of meat on there. You just hook it on all three trebles like that, push it all together, and the bait stays on good. And these walleyes don't care if it's bunched up. That little piece of meat there can make a huge difference in how many fish you catch in a day. The fish that follow that don't bite will bite that, and it makes a huge difference on your total of fish you put through the hole. I have some matrix in here. That's a Roger special. Coyote, Tingler. We have all kinds of spoons, different colors, shapes, sizes, different thicknesses. Sometimes you want the slow fall, sometimes you want the fall fast. So if you use a heavier spoon, it's going to fall fast. If that's what they want, that's what you use. These fish will tell you what they want. You'll see them follow up on a locator, and if not closing the distance, change what you're doing. When you get it right, you're going to catch a lot of fish. Logan, you're leading for the big one?
For long or what?
I don't know. We might have to take you down before the sun goes down.
I hope so.
Our buddy Al there, he's the quiet one. He's a big fish guy. You got to worry about him more than me. That is a female for sure. Beauty.
That might be bigger than Logan's.
That's a nice fish.
Wow.
Nice job, Al.
Boy, that's a nice fish. Nice chunky one. Jig in the middle?
Jig in the middle.
Right on. That's your favorite, isn't it?
The 5-inch minnow.
Oh, yeah.
My buddy Al said I got a big one looking. He hooked him. Let's see how big it is. Give me your rod, Al. On a day like today, with the season closing, there's nothing wrong with a fish like that. Jig in the minnow again. Jig in the minnow is awesome on Lake Winnipeg. That would be a female, pretty chunky fish, and perfectly legal to keep, but you can't keep those. You got to keep putting them back. Keep the 17, 18, 19, 20-inch, long, skinny ones. What do you got there, Logan?
Ah, another nice one.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's a little skinny, but it's still a nice one.
That's a beauty. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Healthy, healthy. Not that big. Another nice fish, though.
They're starting to bite again.
Lake Winnipeg. Gotta love it. Look at that beautiful fish. That's stocky. That'd be probably a young female, so that's one we should let go for sure. It's got a little girth to it. You never want to kill the females in March. They're full of eggs. There we go. Right back in. Another nice one. It's been an awesome day of fishing. That's a beauty. That's what you expect out here in the ocean, Lake Winnipeg. There's lots of these big fish around. This is our last weekend of fishing. Logan, myself, Al, and Bob there, we're all out trying to just hook the fish of a lifetime. Nice one, Al.
There we go. Look at that fish. Beautiful. Lake Winnipeg walleye. Very nice. We're going to get it back in the water quick. Very nice fish.
Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome.
This boy can catch fish. How many you caught today?
Probably 12, 13.
12, 13 fish, and it's what, 1 in the afternoon? So we're not even halfway there, so we should hit about 25 fish each, and there's 4 of us fishing, so 100 fish a day, that's a pretty good average. And look at the size of them. What a place. Beautiful fat female. Back in the water. Awesome.
Stay tuned. Adventures North. We'll be right back.
You're watching Adventures North.
Well, Bob, here we are on Lake Winnipeg. I think the 11th largest freshwater lake in the world. And in the summer, we spent some time up at Great Slave. That's your stomping grounds in the summer. That's one of the biggest lakes in the world also. We're out here with 2 of our friends, Logan Zimmerman and Melnyk, and we've had a great day. Logan got a real big fish, might be the biggest of his life. Al got 2 big ones. We got 4 or 5 other big ones and nice eating fish. And we're going to have a big fish fry when we get home tonight. And it's just a great way to end our ice fishing season on the last weekend, coming out to a body of water that is just a fish factory for big walleyes.
Yeah, now that we're wrapping up the ice fishing season, it's looking forward to getting back in a boat. We talked up at Great Slave, and here we are.
Yeah. And you know what? You kicked my butt up there really bad, especially the first 2 days. Boy, I got a good lesson on Great Slave.
Yeah.
And I don't want to rub it in or nothing, but you're a little behind on big ones today.
Yeah, you got
So
me
it's
back
it's
today.
like payback.
Yeah.
It's just awesome that we have a place like this in our backyard. And can you picture this? Myself and yourself and Al, he's been up at Great Slave too. We get to fish 2 of the best big fish bodies of water in the world for walleyes and trout. It's like a dream come true.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky.
We're very lucky.
Spoiled.
You know what? There's that many fish there, but you still got to be a real keener and a finesse type of guy to really trigger them to bite. That's the whole key of fishing.
Well, you see that a lot here.
Yeah.
How long do you play with those fish
Yes.
before you get them to bite?
Absolutely. Same with the big Lakers at Great Slave. The exceptional guys like yourself and Al and our other friend Wayne that guides up there, you guys catch way more bigger fish than most people because you try to figure them out. That's the key in fishing. Nobody knows it all, and I learn a lot from Bob, especially in the lake trout. So hopefully you learned something from me today.
There's our
Oh,
buddy.
look at over there. The rod bent. How's it look, Al? Another beautiful Lake Winnipeg walleye. Great way to end while we're doing our closing here on Adventures North. Until next time, our adventure never ends.
Adventures North has been brought to you in part by Lund Boats, the ultimate fishing experience. Mercury Marine, go boldly. And Nunavik Tourism, Quebec's far north.
You made up for that big one you lost earlier.
Yeah.
See, we kept poking you in the ribs, and now you came to the party and you got the big one.
That's a nice fish.
There probably isn't a better place to catch a fish of a lifetime than Lake Winnipeg.
That might be bigger than Logan.
Oh, I got one on this one. Oh, I missed him again. Are you kidding me?
I did a Logan.